Hello and welcome to another update video about Gala. Yeah, talked about it in the last few videos that we're dealing here most likely with an A-B structure, which could go down a little bit lower in the short term. But if it then rallies, it would likely be a C wave of a larger degree, fourth wave, and it could lead to another low, okay, eventually. Now, of course, not guaranteed, and the white wave count, which is more bullish, is absolutely still on the chart. We won't know which one is really going to play out until we see a reaction that's playing out in this area up here, most likely, between 5.4 cents and 7.9. So basically what that means is if we see a reaction down here to support, and there is significant support around 1.52 to 1.55 cents, and then we could look at price potentially get into this region up here. However, very important, it is not guaranteed, of course. And first of all, we need to see some kind of a bottoming signal. I'm going to zoom in a minute. The point I try to make here is you see actually the price movement since the December lows, yeah? The point I try to make is the blue wave count seems the more likely one. It still allows for a bullish rally, but it might not be a lasting one. That is a warning sign. The warning sign came when price broke below the 78.6 retracement level here in June. That is not a good sign for a chart. Now, okay, we still gave it the chance to show us that it could still rally off those lows and complete the bear market basically and rally in a third wave. Now, you see what happened. Our warning was, I think, the 2.03 cent level. So when it broke below that level, yeah, it's here now on the log chart actually 2 cents, but when it broke below that level, it dropped quite significantly to 1.77 cents. And the break below that level was a warning sign because typically you don't want price to break below the 2.0 or well, below the 78.6 retracement, and it has done that twice now. Yeah, it's done that twice and it shows a lot of weakness and it's going even lower. And the next support range, also we looked at it with Fibonacci extensions, you know, we made some effort to determine the next targets or at least support levels, and there is a support range between 1.52 and 1.55 cents. So I would encourage everybody to watch that. We can also look at it as, look, if we take the length of the A wave, we go to the high of the B wave, and then we get that level down here, 1.55 cents. That's the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. Then we can also take the length of the waves 1 through 3, go to the high of the wave 4, and the 1.52 cent level is a relevant target. Now, what we can also do, I'm not sure if that gives us a lot of insight, if we take the length of the wave 1, go to the high of the wave 4. Yeah, okay, the 1-to-1 ratio was already reached here, so we already broke below that. The only one that I find here interesting is the 1.618 extension at 1.64 cents, but it's not a very reliable one, so I'll leave that off the chart. Either way, at the moment, looking at the lower time frame, Gala hasn't given us any indication at its bottom. So just to summarize again, if we see any kind of reaction, any kind of a bullish reaction here to the upside, then I will first treat it as the blue C wave. If it gives us evidence it's something even more bullish, like a third wave rally, then I will track that. I will still track it, but primarily I'm looking for the blue C wave because of the weakness in the chart. Now, and then on top of that, there is no guarantee the C wave will start from here. There's no problem for a B wave to overshoot a little bit to the downside. That makes this chart now a bit difficult given that weakness that we see at the moment, okay? On top of that, it could be that this fourth wave is already in. Yeah, this sometimes happens, and then we already, because it already reached resistance, can you see that? And then we could already break down directly in a wave 5. But yeah, let's see. We will only know that once we see a really significant breakthrough below 1.52 cents, the December low, more directly. Then I would have to assume that probably the wave 4 already topped. That means we're already in the wave 5. And any rally then could also just be corrective. Then I will take the white wave count, which is the bullish one, completely off the chart. If we zoom into the detail and take a look at the more detailed wave count, you can see that price is trying to form a low, but this here looks like some kind of a triangle that might be forming. We have that on a few charts now. Can you see that? some kind of a triangle consolidation pattern, often a wave 4. Often a wave 4. Let me just look at something. Yeah, I mean, we could make the case that maybe if this wave 5, yeah, if this wave 5 is a 5-wave move, then you could absolutely make the case to say that this here was a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, wave 4 triangle, wave 5 to the downside, still to follow. Very similar, very much in line with Bitcoin at the moment. And wave 4 oftentimes unfolds as a triangle, so it could be ranging a little bit more. Now, this is a micro count now. It's always potentially dangerous to dive deep into this micro counting, but this is certainly how it could unfold. And as long as it stays now below resistance at 2.065 cents, it could come down in a 5th wave. It can still come down later, you know, but from this pattern, a wave 4 is a triangle, it should not break above 2.065 cents. And if we break here below the B wave low, which is at 1.837 cents, that would be confirmation that the 5th wave is unfolding. Yeah, that's my update about Gala. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.